Hi, welcome to the January 2023 Bourne Review. I'm Susan Barlow. I want to apologize for getting this out to you so late. I had a family emergency. Town Clerk Barry Johnson was injured in a car accident on February 6th. The accident occurred at the intersection of County Road and Clay Pond Road at 9:45 a.m. State Police issued a civil citation to the other driver for failure to fully stop at the stop sign. Mr. Johnson suffered injuries, but none are life-threatening and none will require surgery. Hopefully he'll make a speedy recovery. Are you looking for some activities for the kids over February school vacation week? Bourne Recreation Department offers a variety of programs. On Tuesday, February 21st, there's kickball and wiffle ball from 10 a.m. to noon and a shoot-around from 12:30 to 5:30. On Wednesday, it's Gaga dodgeball and basketball from 10 a.m. to noon, and then from noon to 6, it's shoot-around. On Thursday, it's Ninja Warrior from 10 a.m. to noon with a second session, 12:30 to 3:30. On Friday, there's a volleyball clinics with Coach Cassie. Grades 2 through 4 is from 10 to 12, and grades 5 through 7 from 1 to 3. And open volleyball from 3:15 to 4:30. Reminder, the rec center is closed on Monday, February 20th for President's Day. You can register for programs and find out more information at bournema.myrec.com. Bourne's amended town charter is finally in effect. It was approved at Bourne's November 2021 special town meeting, but took until January 6th of 2023 to be approved by the Massachusetts legislature and signed by former Governor Charlie Baker as one of his final acts as governor. Over 24 endangered right whales are currently in Cape Cod Bay, and their activity concerns the Massachusetts Division of Marine Fisheries. The whales are surface feeding, which is very unusual for this time of year. On January 9th, an alert was issued to all mariners in Cape Cod Bay about a risk of collision with the whales. The leading cause of injury and death for whales are boat strikes and entanglements with fishing gear. The Monument Beach Polar Plunge held its potluck dinner and dance fundraiser on February 4th when they announced that they had raised $35,000 for the Bourne Food Pantry. That's why plungers call it freezin' for a reason. Cape Cod Baseball League has released its 2023 schedule. As you may recall, the Bourne Braves had a victorious 2022. As the defending champions, they will kick off a new season with a finals rematch against the Brewster Whitecaps on Saturday, June 10th at Brewster. This will be a special season as it's the 100th anniversary of the league. Games are free and open to the public. Go to capecodbaseball.org for schedules, stats, and more. The Uptuxet Garden Club of Bourne will host a talk by Andrew Gottlieb, head of the Association to Preserve Cape Cod. The talk is entitled The State of the Waters on Cape Cod. The talk will be held on February 15th at 6 p.m. at the Bourne United Methodist Church, 37 Sandwich Road, next to the Bourne Public Library. The public is invited for a $5 donation. The Recycling Committee and the DPW are co-sponsoring an application for $30,000 of Community Preservation Act funds for the cost of installing water bottle refill stations around Bourne. The proposed locations for the bottle refill stations are Clark Field and Sagamore Beach, the Monument Beach Marina, the playground at the Bourne Middle School, and the Bourne soccer and lacrosse fields. The proposal is an effort to reduce disposable bottles in Bourne. A big shout out to Bourne first responders for their perseverance during the extreme cold temperatures over the first weekend in February, responding to, among other things, burst pipes, dogs fallen through ice, and multiple fires. A new record was set on Mount Washington in New Hampshire. The overnight recorded wind chill, a measure of how the combined effect of air and wind feels on the skin, of minus 108 degrees Fahrenheit, that's negative 78 Celsius, which appeared to be the lowest ever in the United States. The air temperature at the peak reached minus 47 degrees Fahrenheit, that's negative 44 Celsius, with winds gusting to near 100 miles per hour. That's 160 kilometers per hour, according to the Mount Washington Observatory. Both Falmouth and Cape Cod hospitals are in desperate need of blood donations, particularly sought after type O negative, which is the universal blood type, meaning that anyone can receive that blood and it can be used in transfusions for any other blood type. It is routinely in short supply and in high demand by hospitals for emergency transfusions. The Nicholas G. Zaros Blood Donor Center inside Cape Cod Hospital is open by appointment from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. Appointments are required at all blood drives. To make an appointment, call 508-862-5663. Now for our top stories. On January 24th, Bourne Historical Commission Chair Carl Georgeson announced that the Uptuxet VFW Post 5988 is interested in working with Cumberland Farms and the Bourne Historical Commission to move what is believed to be the former visitor information booth from the Cumberland Farms property at the Bourne Rotary to the post. The Cumberland Farms property is being razed, the empty buildings at the Rotary to be developed into a very large store, including a Burger King and gas station. The structure is to be used as a thrift shop at the post. It is believed by some that the building dates to the early 1900s and may have been located along the rail yard in Buzzards Bay and later functioned as a Cape Cod Chamber of Commerce visitor information booth. CPC funds are being sought to defray the cost of moving the structure. Mass DOT held 2 identical Zoom information meetings about Cape Cod Bridges program to replace both bridges. The first meeting was at 6 p.m. on January 24th and the second identical meeting at 6 p.m. on January 26th. Discussed was bridge funding because on January 4th, the Massachusetts Department of Transportation announced a U.S. Army Corps of Engineering grant application requesting $1.882 billion from the U.S. Department of Transportation's Federal Highway Administration's first round of the Bridge Investment Program grants has been denied. The application to this grant program had been filed in August of 2022 for funding through the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law and sought funding which would represent 47% of the estimated nearly $4 billion total project cost for design and construction activities to replace the bridges. While it raises concerns about funding, it is believed that funding from that source was for projects that are further along in their planning stages than the Cape Cod Canal Bridges Replacement Program is now. While Cape Cod Bridges Replacement Program did not receive funding in the first round of the large bridge project grants through the Bridge Investment Program, it will receive $1.6 million bridge planning grant. This $1.6 million comes in addition to the $18.4 million in bridge planning grants awarded in the fall of 2022. In the previous meeting, 3 types of bridges were presented and public comment was encouraged through a Mass DOT survey. The consensus was that the arch bridge, which is most similar to our current iconic bridges, is the preferred type of bridge, earning 4.5 stars. The cable stayed bridge earned only 2.9 stars, and the concrete box girder bridge earned only 1.7 stars. The arch bridge is also easier and less costly to construct. Each bridge would be replaced by twin bridges, one carrying traffic onto the Cape and the other would carry traffic off the Cape. So instead of 2 bridges, there would be 4 bridges. As for placement, there are 3 options. Outboard placement, meaning the new bridges would be further outside the canal. So for the Bourne Bridge, it would be closer to Buzzards Bay, and for the Sagamore Bridge, it would be placed closer to Cape Cod Bay. Inboard would mean the new bridges would be inside of the current bridges. And the third option is a split design, where one of the new twin bridges would be on the inside of the old bridge and the other twin would be outside the old bridge. David Anderson with the civil engineering firm HNTB, hired for the project, said the inboard option for both the Bourne and the Sagamore bridges would have the least impact on residential and commercial properties and be the least disruptive during construction and less expensive with fastest construction time. The new bridges would have flatter roadway grades, which would reduce speed variations for cars and make it easier to navigate the bridges in snowy and icy conditions. It would also make the bridges more accessible for people with disabilities and for pedestrians and cyclists. Bourne residents and officials are concerned that no Bourne board member is part of the bridge task force created by the Cape Cod Commission, the Association to Preserve Cape Cod, and the Cape Cod Chamber of Commerce. The bridges provide the only roadway connection on and off Cape Cod for the 263,000 residents of the Cape and Islands, as well as the 5 million annual visitors. Here's what's happening downtown. Wicked Fire Pizza is now called Shore Fired Pizza. That's S-H-O-R-E. Owner of Bourne's brand new and much anticipated pizza restaurant, Joshua Loudon, had to change the name of his restaurant due to trademarked Wicked Pizza in Mashpee. Many people have seen and tasted his pizza from his food truck, which appeared at many events in the area. We're now excited to check out his new brick and mortar store at 89 Main Street. Hours vary right now, and when they sell out, they close for the day. More information can be found on Facebook. Here's an update on town services. There's some changes happening at the library. The Bourne Library has a new assistant director. Please welcome Colleen Cunningham. The Bourne Library is switching to the KOHA Library software system. Please be patient while the library staff gets comfortable with the new system. Also, the Clams Libraries have selected a new, user-friendly catalog called Aspen, designed to make it easier than ever to find and borrow materials from the library. The powerful new search engine includes features like predictive text, curated lists, personalized recommendations, and greater control over your user account. Bourne Library hosts 2 knitting groups, day knitters from 2 to 3 p.m. and the night group from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Both are led by local knitter Marianne McGarrigle. All abilities are welcome to join. Bring your own project and enjoy each other's company, or try their beginner projects, and they will supply all the materials for the project. Register once for this session. Contact Terry Johnson, 508-759-0600, extension 6106, or send an email tjohnson@bournelibrary.org. On Saturday, February 18th at 2 p.m., it's Learn How to Grow Mushrooms. Did you know that gourmet mushrooms can cost $30 per pound in the store? Indoor mushroom farmer Isaiah Chavez from Mighty Mountain Mushrooms in Colorado will teach us about growing mushrooms indoors. From choosing the ideal location and proper soil to nurturing and harvesting your edible fungi, Mr. Chavez, considered a mushroom expert, will cover all the basics. On Saturday, February 25th at 2 p.m., the library presents The Great Closet Cleanout, What to Sort, Share, Sell, Store this spring. Can't walk into your closet? Do you dread sorting your clothes? Log on or join in person and learn the 5 steps to organize any closet with expert organizer and author Jamie Novak. She'll share her inside tips and the things every closet needs to stay clutter-free, plus where to sell, share, and recycle items. To register, call Terry Johnson, 508-759-0600, 0600 extension 6106, or email tjohnson@bournelibrary.org. On Saturday, March 4th from 1 to 2 p.m., come to the library for the Railroad in Song Music with John Waterman. John Waterman has a deep appreciation for the epic tales of history and the stories of both lesser-known and more familiar individuals whose lives, struggles, and dreams mirror our own. Be sure to check out the wide variety of programs for children of all ages at the library. Go to their website, bournelibrary.org, and click on Events. New dump stickers are available at the Guard Shack during regular business hours, Wednesday through Monday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., closed on Tuesdays. Reminder, no cash is accepted at the Guard Shack. Please don't bag your recycling. Dump the recycling out of the bag so it's loose in the blue-lidded barrel. Clean and rinse out cans and bottles before putting them in the barrel. Ice Swim now has residential food waste collection program. Food waste and scraps that will be collected in separate carts located by the Guard Shack. If you or someone you know is in emotional crisis or suicidal, call 988, the Federal Crisis Helpline. They provide 24/7 free and confidential support to people in suicidal crisis or emotional distress. Locally, you can call the Samaritans of Cape Cod at 508-548-8900. If you're in need of Meals on Wheels, or if you can volunteer to deliver meals, please call Elder Services of Cape Cod, 508-394-4630. Inflation has driven the cost of groceries sky high. Combined with the high cost of heating our homes this winter, the food pantry is needed more than ever. The Bourne Food Pantry is located at 121 Main Street. It's open Tuesdays from 9 a.m. to noon. You can reach the pantry by phone Mondays through Wednesdays at 508-759-3351. Send monetary donations to the Bourne Food Pantry, P.O. Box 144, Buzzards Bay, Massachusetts 02532. The Council on Aging, located in the Bourne Community Building, 239 Main Street, offers a variety of programs for those 60 years and older. Wellness Clinic with the VNA of Cape Cod is every Wednesday at the Bourne Community Center, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., including blood pressure check with 10-minute consult with the town nurse. New times will begin in March. The second Wednesday of the month is the Veterans Coffee Hour with Guy Gottstalk, the Veterans Service Agent, and Carrie Finney, the Outreach Coordinator. So next ones are on March 8th and April 12th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Indoor Cornhole is Wednesday afternoons at the gym from 1 to 3 p.m. It's free. Team Trivia with Rodney Weston is on March 16th and April 20th at 1:30 p.m. Join them for an afternoon of competition and fun. Make new friends and have some laughs. Make your own spring garden with Therapy Gardens on Wednesday, April 19th at 1 p.m. Registration for this program is required and space is limited. Drum Circle, March 20th and April 24th. Registration is required. Call Sherry Best at 508-759-0600, extension 5230. On March 15th at 11 a.m., senior living expert Jody Tolman will present Busting Myths and Getting Savvy about Senior Living. Lunch is included. Register by March 10th by calling 508-759-0600, extension 5300. Check out the Spring Craft Class with the Council on Aging Crafters, April 28th at 10 a.m. Instructions and supplies included. Space is limited. Call the COA office, 508-759-0600, extension 5300. Well, there's lots more programming at the Council on Aging. Check out their newsletter online at townofbourne.com. Click on Council on Aging Department and then select Newsletter from the menu on the left. Here are some beautiful photos by area photographers showing the beauty that surrounds us. Here's an update on COVID-19. The 14-day positivity rate for the state of Massachusetts of February 9th is reported to be 8.40%. The Barnstable County has a 14-day positivity rate of 10.61%. Bourne's 14-day positivity rate is 11.68%. Falmouth is 11.12%. Mashpee is 11.78%. And Sandwich has a two-week positivity rate of 10.16%. If you get COVID, you may be able to take an antiviral such as Paxlovid. If you are 65 years or older, or if you are at least 12 years of age and have underlying conditions that make you susceptible to severe COVID. It's a pill that you take twice a day for 5 days. You must start within 5 days of when the symptoms first began. The sooner the better. There are studies indicating that taking an antiviral will help prevent long COVID. Contact your physician to see if it's right for you and to get a prescription. Paxlovid is free for everyone in the United States. You may be able to obtain free COVID home tests from area pharmacies. The costs of the kits are covered by many health insurance plans. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with what's happening in Bourne. Go to youtube.com and search for Bourne Community TV. Please support programming at Bourne TV by becoming a member. Visit bournetv.com and click on membership. Well, thanks so much for watching this episode of the Bourne Review. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.